By the one and only Robbie Power. Robbie, a highlight for you yesterday was Super Sunday beating Forheen the Machine over 2 miles. Jessica reports he's going to step back up to 3. How was the spin?
Yeah, no, he was fantastic yesterday, and I mean, a bit of a shock. We only ran him in that race to sharpen him up for the stairs hurdle. And he ran a great trial for the stairs. I was a bit surprised that he had the speed to be able to lie into Forheen and then quicken away from him after the last. But
he's a real brute, isn't he? He loves to get stuck in.
Yeah, and to be fair, yesterday he jumped unbelievably well. Yeah. He's never jumped that well in his life, but I just think this year he's a different horse to the horse he was last year.
Right, and what about our Duke today? I know he had his problems and he went to see the vet and they seemed to iron them out.
I was absolutely delighted with him. I mean, realistically, that was his first run of the year. That ride was a non-event for him, and he's going to improve a hell of a lot from that. And if he hadn't made the mistake in the second last, he would have been back there still. You know, he's just a very good horse, and he's going to improve an awful lot for that. And looking forward to Cheltenham, Robbie. You know, we're getting closer and closer now. What will be the one ride you're really looking forward to? Well, obviously, the horses in the Gold Cup. I don't know what's going to happen with Size and John and our Duke. Yeah. And Super Sunday as well. You know, they're good rides to have. Two good rides in them, 2 good races. They're great to have. Absolutely. Best of luck, Robbie Power. Evening, boys and girls. Welcome to the Cheltenham Part 3, where we're going to look at all the market movers, see where the money's going, hopefully identify some good positives for all of you. I've got to be honest here. I was at Kempton on Saturday. I got home. I was absolutely shattered and frozen. It was a great day on the BetDAX sponsored card. Sorry for the video not going up on Sunday. Life got in the way. This beast from the East has really knocked it out for me. I've been at home recently just sipping green tea and trying to stay warm. You know when you go outside and the air hits your eyeballs and it's like your eyes just start watering because it's so freaking cold. I've been defrosting for the last few days, but there we go. It's good to see you all. Thanks for joining me. And I'm going to be honest here from the off-start. There isn't a lot to report. You know why? Because all of those horses that ran at Kempton, half of them aren't even entered at Cheltenham, and a lot of them didn't really make much of a ripple in the market. So, siren name for Paul Nicholls. He's not entered at Cheltenham. He's not going to go. Paul even stated he's not bothered if he doesn't have another run for the year. He's a horse that he wants to look after. Obviously now, Redician for the Triumph Hurdle. Alan King stated that he'd schooled this horse over 110 hurdles to really improve his accuracy and speed. And boy, oh boy, he ran in the BetDAX Changing for the Better Juvenile Hurdle at Kempton, the race that we sponsor, and he was so impressive. Do you know he touched 2.06 on BetDAX prior to the race? No gloating here. I had a mega bet on him. He was really impressive, and he was walking around the paddock that day. He's a really small, compact horse. He's got a lovely little step about him, and he was very alert, and he looked really muscled up compared to the rest. He basically looked like he really knew his job, and, you know, one thing this horse does, he travels, he jumps very slickly now, he cruises through his races, and he quickens off of a good pace. And I think, you know, he's going to go into the Triumph with a huge chance. I know all of the time gurus, the time boffs, the time boffs, they were all saying that, you know, Global Citizen set much better fractionals. But Redician done all that you asked him to do. Wayne Hutchinson held on to him until the last and just quickened away. And it was the kind of performance on the eye that was very impressive. Evidently, not so much on the clock. But I'm never one of those people who would deny a horse an impressive kind of win on the eye. So Redician is in from 10-1 into 11-2. Apple Shakira, your 3-1 fav in the Triumph. And besides that, Saudi Air, who I tipped up at 33s, is still into 12-1. Impressive at Gorham Park on his first run for Willie over from France. But that is the Triumph Hurdle move. And now, obviously, Master D won the BetDAX handicap chase. And again, you know, Fergal said the horse wants a flat track. So Cheltenham is probably going to be a no-go for him. Global Citizen, he's got a load of entries. He ran in the Dovecot. And we just don't know where he's going to go at this stage. It could be a handicap. It might not be a handicap. But there's no denying that Global Citizen was very well backed and landed ultimately a very good touch. Right, starting from the top of the list on the Tuesday, the Supreme Novice Hurdle, if the cap fits for Harry Fry's, obviously a non-runner now, he's out injured, which is kind of just leaving the Supreme at this stage looking like, you know, a race that's there for the taking. Get a Bird 13-8, Kalashnikov 6s, Medley Khan 12s, who Get a Bird battered Census last time out. And then you've got Somerville Boy at 14s, Claim Taking 4-gun, who was disappointing at Musselburgh. Lorena ain't running, Shraja was disappointing behind Samcro. You know, it just doesn't look a very deep race whatsoever at this stage. And my question to you is Get a Bird going to get the Irish off to a flyer on the Tuesday. Is Ruby going to be doing the steering, waving the whip, and all of you favourite backers off to a flyer? Let me know down below. I think it's quite a simple thing here. Obviously, Willie's record in the race is tremendous. Duvans, Vatours, etc, etc. But I wouldn't underestimate Amy Murphy's Kalashnikov, who's 6-1. We all saw what he done last time out at Newbury. And he's going to improve on better ground. He's a big, strong, raw horse. You saw the videos of me on the gallops with him. And I think the only way's up with him. You know, I think he's going to continue to improve rapidly. He's going to be ultimately a better chaser than he is hurdler. But he's going to put it up to Get a Bird. But at this stage, it's disappointing to see the Supreme lacking any real strength in depth. Now, moving straight on to the Arkle, nothing's changed there whatsoever. Champion Hurdle, the Enigma York Hill has been put in at 12-1. If you're backing York Hill with your money, you might as well go over to the dustbin and chuck it straight in there. Make sure you screenshot this moment, because that horse, he couldn't even lay up with the pace over 2.5 miles at Leopardstown last time. Going back to 2 miles over hurdles, you can forget it. York Hill's got serious issues, and they're not going to be solved by taking on Bouvedere, who's a horse racing certainty. And it was interesting to see Nicky Henderson say he's the fastest hurdler he's ever trained when approaching a hurdle. And if you go on YouTube or BetDAC and look at his last races, boy oh boy, is this one hell of a fast hurdler. He just kind of launches at them, ba-bang, and he's off. He's like a whippet, ba-bang, bang, ba-bang, bang. Just takes off that horse. In the Mares' Hurdle on Tuesday, Benny Desdoux has been put in at 10-1, taking on Apple's Jade, but I don't care who they put in there. Apple's Jade's an absolute certainty for me. She's got proven form at Cheltenham. She's been there, done it, got the T-shirt, and I can't see any mare in the country beating Apple's Jade whatsoever. 6-4 on. I just think that race is hers for the taking. A bit of an interesting one on Tuesday is the Close Brothers Novice Handicap Chase. The Plotting Shed, a horse who I tipped who finished second in a novice chase last time with Davy Russell. He's 10-1 joint favourite at the moment, but he's off a mark of 143 in Ireland. Now, these Irish horses, when they come over to England, the English handicapper normally raises them a few pounds. So if he's not under the 145, he might not get a run in this race. The other one is Moved with the Times, JP and Paul Nicholls, currently 12-1. I could see a big gamble going down on this. He's got course form at Cheltenham. He'll love the better ground. That 12-1, I could see him starting in the range of around 7s to 5s on the day. Moving on to the Ballymore, Samcro is what he is. He's 5-4 on the Aeroplane, an absolute sensational horse on what we've seen so far. On the blind side, 11-2, next destination 7s, but no real movers there whatsoever. It's been very stagnant in the last week. And quite frankly, it's a bit boring. So there's not a lot to say. The Queen Mother, Altior still 8-11, Min 7-2, Duvan 5s. Again, nothing much has happened there. One horse that continues to harden all the time is Cause of Causes for the cross-country race. He was 6-1, he was 11-2, 9-2, 4s. He's now top price, 100-30. Burlington Bertie, 3.33. That's Cause of Causes for the cross-country. And obviously his record there speaks for itself. What else have we got going on? The JLT, the news today is that Willoughby Court has an abscess in his foot and he may not make the race. He's now out to 8-1. Willie's Invitation only is into 6s. But the horse that I tipped up at the start of the year was Finian's Oscar. And with Colin Tizard currently operating at around a 28% strike rate, I wouldn't put any of you off Colin getting this horse back to his best. He's had a bad season, Colin Tizard. A lot of his stable stars have, you know, disappointed or got injured. But we all know Finian's Oscar's a high-class horse. There's no doubting that. He's top price 12-1. I'm on anti-post at, I think, 14s, which isn't much of a difference at this stage. But I wouldn't lose faith in the old Finian's Oscar completely. Now, the Ryanair chase, Fox Norton, is out, which was announced today. Which means one thing, Undersco has hardened even more at the front of the market. And look, if the ground there comes up good to soft, he's going to take all the beating in the world, because waiting patiently might not run. And if he gets pulled out, you could see Undersco starting at 6-4. Top price at the moment, there's a bit of 11-4 around. And if I were you, I'd go out and get that if you can get non-run and no bet, because I don't see him starting 11-4 on a day. Top Notch is in there at 8s. Min ain't going to run. Q-Card, the old boy, is going to run, but he's going to be another 6 weeks older. You can still get a bit of 10-1 on Q-Card. He ran a brilliant race at Ascot behind waiting patiently, and he really is a legend of the game. Will Duvan run in this race? Your guess is as good as mine. Will Duvan make the Cheltenham Festival? Quite frankly, we'll find out. I'm not even going to waste time talking about it because the whole Will Forheen run, Will Duvan run, I'm bored of it, and I just don't think it's worth debating the whole time and wasting camera time. Besides that, boys and girls, there isn't too much to report. It's been a very, very quiet week. Let me just have a quick scan here at anything else that I've picked up on. Ba-boom. Yes, Duc des Genevièves for the Albert Bartlett for Willie. Apparently, you know, they do not want to take on Samcro again, so they're going to skip out the 2 mile 5 race to Ballymore and up this horse from 2 miles to 3 miles, which to me seems absolutely ludicrous. But he's into 12 to 1 for the Albert Bartlett. Cracking Smart is your 6 to 1 fav in that race. And I have to say, it's a bit boring on the market movers front. Sorry for that, not my fault. But we are getting very close to the Cheltenham Festival now. And things are really starting to get quite exciting. We've got 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We're 16 days away to the greatest national hunt show on earth, which is going to be some show indeed. One horse that I have seen, and you obviously all know who this is, it's Might Bite. I was talking to his owner in the Royal Box at Kempton on the weekend, and he said that he's working as well as ever as before, and that he's really, you know, really putting it down on the gallops. And I saw him do his piece of work, one of his strolls at with Bouvardere, and he just looked in rude health. And I have to say, Bouvardere, if you get the chance to see him, he's like a compact little bodybuilder. He's really muscular, and he's got a lot of energy about him. He was kicking and bucking, and you wouldn't have wanted to get in his way. Might Bite's a big, powerful, rugged animal who 17 hands 4. You know, he's a bit of a menace, but his owner, lovely man, he said that he's absolutely working the house down. And that 4 to 1 available, I think is worth taking, because if Might Bite lines up in the Gold Cup, which he obviously is without an injury, you get non-runner, no bet. What price is he going to start on the day? It wouldn't surprise me if Might Bite started 5 to 2 for the Gold Cup. You know, I wouldn't be that obsessed with Native River. Sizing John, obviously, he's got a lot to prove. Our Duke came back. But again, on the faster ground, would you really want to be back in Arduke? I wouldn't want to be. Kalatovic had a nasty fall. He's got to prove that he's truly up to that class around Cheltenham. It's an interesting race. Definitely red 16s again on that ground. My advice for the Gold Cup would be take that 4 to 1 Might Bite, because I think he'll start a 5 to 2 shot, which puts you in a winning position either way, because you can trade back. But that is the market movers. Not the most of exciting times. And with this Beast from the East coming in, we may not get much racing at all in the next week. So there may be even less to report next week. But there we go. What can I say? I don't even think I can make anything up, because I'm actually quite tired and I'm quite hungry. So I'm probably going to go and get a bit of grub. We had a good winner today. Jamie Moore booted one home. Happy days. And hopefully I can dig something out for tomorrow and we can continue to boost that Cheltenham fund. But cup of green tea. I think that's pretty much over and out from blogs. I think it was a really boring episode. Be sure to share this and say, blogger, this was your most... This man has said Samcro does not win at the Cheltenham Festival. Lee. Are you serious?
Lee all day.
Why?
No good. Trainer's no good. Horse no good. Samcro wins. Samcro wins.
Look out for this man at Cheltenham. He said, lay Samcro. Get it on.
Lay all day.
So, as many of you know, Nico de Bonville rode Might Bite on King George Day at Kempton. It was a cracking race, Nico. Towards the end, I was watching the race and my heart was in my mouth. He only won by a length. But I was expecting him to pull away possibly a bit more. Was he still full of running? What was your views?
Yeah, I'd say so. I reckon if something came to his curse, he would have gone on again. You know, I thought he was styling off.
And going down the back straight with Bristol Wine, were you really going a good clip there?
We were going a nice enough even gallop, you know, he's picking up well off it, and yeah, I think we've got a nice even gallop for a grade 1.
And looking at Might Bite and the way he's progressing and what he's done to Whisper, and Whisper's cranked the form this year, do you think he's a genuine Gold Cup contender over 3 mile too?
Without a doubt.
Without a doubt. Would he be the star horse for you riding at the moment?
Yeah, I mean, we got a good few in the yard, we got loads of ammunition still to come, and once Altior comes back out, you know, we should have a good go at things.
Talking about the main boy Altior, he's a horse that sets us all alight. How's he doing?
He's in good form, he's very fresh and well, just started back cantering, so lots to look forward to.
Fingers crossed for a great year.
Brilliant.
Cheers,
Thanks
Nico.
a lot. Right,
Thanks a lot.
Okay, all right.
Thank you.
Well done, you legend. You're absolute legend. Might Bite.
Back or lay?
Lay.
York Hill, back or lay?
Lay. Back then.
14, back or lay?
Lay.
York Hill, back or lay?
Lay.
Andy, 14, back or lay?
Back.
York Hill, back or lay?
Lay.
Jake, 14, back or lay?
Back.
York Hill, back or lay? Well, he's confident. York Hill, back or lay?
Back.
14, back or lay? Good man. It's a JP Mo McManus winner in the first.